Alright guys, we're going to jump right into this because I'm in my PJs, so I didn't get to film an intro for this. I'm going to apply 2 coats of Down Alternative Gel Polish. I'm going to cure and wipe off the moisture layer. The next thing we're going to do is use Wonderland Plate and Raspberry Cordial to stamp, and I did a full video on stamping, so if you guys need more instruction than what's going on here, I will leave a link below to that. And here I'm just taking a little bit of tape and I'm cleaning up around the edges, and then I'm going to stamp it down onto the nail. And if your nails are super long like mine, you might have to stamp twice. Just line it up and stamp it down a second time. Next, I'm going to use a top coat. You can use a no wipe or a wipe, whichever you prefer, and go ahead and apply that on. The next thing I'm using is these new Waffle 3D nail art maker molds. I know it's a lot, but what I'm doing is I'm taking the Day Slayer gel and I'm placing it into the mold, and you might need to move it around a little bit, and I'm going to use a smaller brush to get it into the crevices. So when you're done, it should look something like this, and go ahead and cure it under your lamp for 1 minute, and then go ahead and give it a bend and it will pop right out. Super easy, nice and clean. It will just come right on out. These molds are made of 100% silicone, so nothing really sticks to it, so it makes popping them out really easy. Then just rub the pieces in a paper towel with some alcohol to get off that moisture layer. It's not too big of a deal if you don't get all of it off because we're going to paint it anyway. But what I like to do is take a toothpick with a little bit of sticky tack on the bottom, and I like to stick it on there, and it makes painting them so much easier. Then you can just use any kind of nail polish or acrylic paint. I'm actually using acrylic paint here because I don't really want it to be very thick. I want to make sure it gets into the crevices properly. And then I'm also going to use the sphere mold, and this is going to be for our vegan butter. And I'm just going to paint those with some acrylic paint as well. Next, we're going to use a base coat, and don't mind my beat up bottle. I use it all the time. And because we put a top coat on, we're going to need a base coat before we apply the Day Slayer gel, or else it will not adhere. It will just pop right off. So we're going to apply a little bit of base coat here and then cure, and then we're going to apply a little bit of our Day Slayer gel and then place down our first waffle. And then position it where you like it, and then we're going to go ahead and cure. And because most lamps cure from the top down, and they do sometimes cure from the sides as well, but I like just a little handheld for this because you can get in between the crevices and then make sure it is stuck on there so it's not moving. We're good to go. Then we're going to apply our second waffle with the same steps. So we got our base coat, cure, and then we got our Day Slayer gel, and then we apply our waffle. Okay, applying the waffle. Apply the waffle, girl. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and cure. And then again, we got our base coat and cure, and then our Day Slayer gel. And then apply your waffle, your vegan waffles. And then go ahead and cure. And just kind of cure all around, make sure it's good to go. Then we got our base coat, our Day Slayer gel, and then our vegan butter balls. And then here I'm just taking a little bit more of the acrylic paint to make it look like the butter is melting. Yes. Now, if you're going to wear these long term, which I'm pouring syrup on mine, so we're not wearing these long term, but if you are, you want to make sure you fill inside this area with some base coat and more Day Slayer gel to make sure that it lasts for you. Okay, so don't forget that step. And then if you want a top coat, I like to just use a air dry top coat, something that's really thin, just because you want to make sure all those crevices really pop. You don't want to fill them in with anything too thick. So, and here is the finished look. These 3D waffle, vegan waffle nails. Yes. Oh my gosh, these are so fun. And the maple syrup is totally optional if you want to do it. It's fun. It's fun for the video though, right, you guys? All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, thank you.